Cybersecurity in healthcare is becoming a very important topic. Earlier this year, in February, Change Healthcare had a ransomware attack that absolutely shocked our industry. For those of you who don't know, there was lots of personal health data that was exposed to some hackers. The main people who were affected by this were a lot of the providers. Change Healthcare is a claims administration tool that a lot of providers use to submit the claims to your insurance companies. And that's how they get paid. And when there was a ransomware attack and they had to shut that down, it ended up making it to where a lot of claims were not getting paid out on time. And because of that, a lot of your providers weren't able to make payroll. They had to get loans. There was a lot of business reasons why this was very shocking to our industry. So one of the lessons that they mention here, cybersecurity measures need enhancing. So one of the ways that we can enhance cybersecurity measures, and something you can do about it as a small business, is making sure that when you're transmitting any payroll information or sensitive employee info, you want to make sure that there is a way to protect the employee's data, meaning that they can't just simply log in without identifying who they are, right? We want to make sure that they do have like airtight access there. The other thing you may want to do as a business is you are responsible for housing the employees' data that they need to give to you in order to be employees. You're responsible for it. So you'll want to talk to your IT team and see if there's ways that you can enhance your cybersecurity measures. One of them might be when you're working inside of a payroll system, you want to turn on the MFA or the multi-factor authenticator, right? You want to be able to make it to where people have to really identify who they are, what device they're on, so that you can help protect their data. Also, running an employee training on this is super helpful. Another lesson would be incident response preparedness should be promoted. If you do look at your general liability policy as a business owner and you look at the cybersecurity section or even the application for it, a lot of times they will ask you, do you have any incident response protocols in place? If you work with your IT teams, we'll be able to do that. And if you work with a provider outside of this, then they should be able to help you through this process, because there is steps. Like if you find out, hey, we've got a cyber attack, what's going on? How do we handle this? They'll have a protocol in place, and they'll also want to assign somebody from your team to help be the one that leads that charge internally. Utilize support and expert guidance. So yeah, definitely. You want to make sure that you do have the right cybersecurity in place, but also, you want to make sure that you do have like cyber insurance. Cybersecurity insurance will have additional measures in there where like somebody comes in and they're giving you a ransom for your data, meaning they've like pretty much shut things down and said, we're going to release this data unless you give us $200,000. Then your insurance company has a protection for you, not only on the income that you may lose from it, but also to help you through those steps and negotiate with those people on your behalf and help you go through some of the legal ups and downs of any type of cybersecurity attack. So Change Healthcare is putting a huge spotlight on this because, the healthcare industry, one of the reasons it's such a big target is think about all the data that the insurance companies have. They have, your date of births, your socials. They have information on which doctors you go to, where you live. A lot of times, some of these companies can also have income data, especially like the life insurance companies, especially these payroll companies too. They do have a lot of information on your team, and you want to make sure that you're protecting your team's data in any way you can. So more to come on some of the impact that we've had from the Change Healthcare cyber incident earlier this year. But the exciting piece is we are now more aware of this, and we're seeing more and more solutions come out every day where insurance, benefits, payroll, the entire industry is hyper-focused on cybersecurity. And this is becoming a huge topic. So there's going to be a lot of innovation out there and a lot of opportunity for companies to come in and create softwares to make this easier to protect small businesses' data across the way. But for the meanwhile, you want to do a couple of things. Number one, make sure you have a great IT team in place. If you don't have one internally or you can't yet afford one internally, then you're going to want to make sure that you get a IT provider that can help you out. They also have a managed service providers that can also monitor a lot of these things for you. The next thing you're going to want to do is see if you can go to your broker, go to your insurance carriers, and see if you have adequate cybersecurity coverage, and ask them, hey, if there is an incident where we have some of our personal data or customer data released, or we have any ransoms for it? Or how are we protected and what can we do? It's usually not super expensive to add it to your general liability policy. It's something that you can generally put in there pretty easily. But you want to check in on that and see how it works. We'll keep you updated on some of the changes in the industry as a result of the ransomware attack back in February 2024. Take care.